So, hi there, it's Granddaughter Crow and Alanna again with the foundational terms to be able to educate and stay on the right side of a conversation with respect and understanding when we look at cross-cultural communication. So we are going to start this short video with appreciation, cultural appreciation. Define cultural appreciation for us, Alanna, and then give us an example of what that looks like.
So appreciation, especially cultural appreciation, is all about grasping the worth, nature, value, and quality of and significance of something within a culture, to value or admire highly something from a culture, to recognize with gratitude something from a culture, and to be fully aware in our perception and understanding of that item in a culture. So a perfect example of this is if you are driving through the Four Corners area of the United States, which is Colorado, Utah, Nevada, and New Mexico, and you see a Native American person who is selling jewelry that they hand make. It's very, very nice Navajo beadwork or something along those lines. And you really engage with that person in conversation about, you know, why is beadwork significant? Why do they use the materials they do? What is the process of it? What does it mean culturally to them? And you really resonate with that. And you want to be able to have that piece of jewelry, not only to wear because it's beautiful, but to also tell people, hey, I got it from this really, really awesome place down in the Four Corners region. You should go support local natives. That is really a cultural appreciation thing. And it's a big part of appreciation also is if you are going to purchase something that is culturally significant, try to purchase it from a person of that culture. For example, white sage has been a really big point of contention recently with the spiritual community. A lot of people use it in cleansing, and there are a lot of Native Americans that are saying, hey, we think of this as a closed practice. We think of this as something that is ours. We would appreciate you not using our resources as much. And I come down with multiple perspectives on that because I completely understand that. And it is very culturally significant to them. And white sage is also something that, if over harvested, could become endangered. So if for whatever reason you fall on the side of, I find it disrespectful to bring in an invasive species or something that is not native to the environment because that is disrespectful to the cultures that I am on their land, and I still would like to use white sage, I encourage people to speak with a Native American person and get their perspective on it. But if you do decide to go through with purchasing that white sage, make sure that you are purchasing it either directly from Native Americans or from stores that purchase from Native American families, so that you're still leading back into that culture and appreciating what those people do for us. And if you decide, you know what, I'm not going to use white sage, look into items from your culture that are used. Mugwort is another really popular one that grows in Europe all over the place. So if you're European in any way, shape, or form, you can use mugwort. Frankincense and myrrh is another really good one. But just make sure that if you are going to use something that is culturally significant to somebody outside of your culture, you are doing it in a way that is respectful. And that's really the key.
I love it. I love it. And I would also say that irregardless of where your lineage comes from or whatnot, I would say the first step there is to learn how to respectfully appreciate where you come from and the significance of your culture, be it, you know, Native American and Dutch like me, or European, or maybe you don't know and you just call yourself, you know, hey, I'm an American, or whatever you say, or I'm North American or whatnot. Kind of understand a little bit more about your history and appreciate that, and that will help you to easily translate why it is so significant to appreciate others' cultures. So thank you so much, Alanna, for that. Did you have anything else about appreciation?
The biggest thing with appreciation is just recognize that if you wouldn't appreciate somebody taking something from your culture in a way that you would find disrespectful, just make sure that you're not doing that to somebody else's culture.
I love it. This is good education because I will be more mindful of this myself. And I think that it's really beautiful to appreciate diversification because we all come to the table here and every voice matters, and we sit in circle and we communicate together so that we can see a bigger picture. So thank you so much for that. And I look forward to the next video.